Somebody bonded him out. And I can't even sleep. I can't even sleep. I got to get out this house. And his mom is dragging me. His sister is on live. Everybody's dragging me. But I'm trying to figure out, what did I do?
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Building the Verse. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
I just loved my husband so much. I loved him so freaking much. I took his cheating. I know that. And I'm not the only one, y'all. We're not alone. I get it that we took these men back. We took them back after 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And then once we finally had enough and we blow, people say, he was cheated. He been a cheater. Well, maybe I just tried. I tried to stay by his side. But the icing on the cake for me was that you married me. I kind of understood you cheating while we were single. I kind of understood it.
Allegedly, to be honest, the cheating is one thing, but to get the lady kids taking calling CPS on her is messed up for real, for real. I think it's some undiagnosed mental issues going on. In this video, she talks about how her exes left her. She didn't have nobody there to help her take care of her kids, and she's going on and all about the past, about him. So I think it was a position where she wasn't alone soon enough to heal. It seems like they got married really fast, and it's extremely hard to get somebody to know somebody well in 6 or 7 months. My thing is, you got to be with somebody at least 2 years to really know who they are, because certain things got to take place, right? Allegedly, he's on a cruise ship with his dad. I don't know if somebody is just trolling, but it's a bunch of different videos coming out about that. But from watching her videos, sometimes when people are hurt and they get into a new relationship, they need so much attention. Like if they've been hurt or cheated on, they need so much attention from the person that the person might not even be able to provide them that attention. So they do stuff like, oh, you're looking at other women, you're doing this, you're doing that. It just depends. But the situation seems a little wild with how she's acting online. He basically said, since you took it to the internet, I'm gonna carry it a different way. But it's very nuanced. We don't know the truth. We're getting half this side, half that side. But I feel like it's a mixture of definitely some mental health. Some people, when they've been cheated on or hurt in the past, they need so much attention and healing from the new person that person can't even provide the type of love and conditioning that you need. You need to like heal on your own before getting with somebody. I think it's some in the process of her not having had healed, and she might have just been super all over him in a relationship. Like, are you doing this? Are you doing that? You know, I've been hurt before. You know, I've been cheated on. I feel like it's those kind of vibes. Him cheating is unexcusable, but it's definitely more to this story than what we're being told right now. Just because the after effect of how she's acting, like very crazy. Like I understand a lot of women been cheated on, right? Men been cheated on, people get hurt. But the way she's going on about it seems to be like it's some mental things going on as well, not just like just because the relationship ended.
I know that not everybody is going to understand me when I say this, or even agree on my take on the entire situation, but I'll still say it anyway. I just hope that the same way that you'll support the cruise ship lady in the comments, I hope that you keep the same energy when it comes to Christ. Everybody in the comment section is talking about, oh, he never loved that girl. He was cheating on her throughout the entire relationship. He was checked out even though he was present. That man stood at the altar, gave her vows, serenaded her with love songs in front of the entire reception, had everybody fooled that he was in love with her. And then when they got on a cruise ship and she's wanting to spend time with him in private just to get some attention, for him to show her some love, he was completely checked out, uninterested. Does that not look like some Christians who go to church, lift their hands in worship? They can pray heaven down, have everyone thinking that they are saved and sanctified, but when God calls them away in his secret place, hey, spend some time with me, spend some time reading my word, spend some time in prayer, uninterested. I just hope that in the same way that everybody is telling that lady, oh, go get your hair done, get your nails done, take a trip, go to the gym, your best revenge is a glow up to divorce him and forget about him. I hope that when Christ gets his glow up, oh, because it's coming, it's written in his word, the lamb that was slain is now seated on the throne. He is returning as king. When the trumpets sound, he is going to be reigning in glory, the ultimate glow up. I hope that those who despise and reject him now don't find it strange when he says, depart from me, I never knew you. Okay.
There's this woman going viral right now for taking her man on a vacation cruise, and she said that she was making a video with him trying to get him to notice her, get his attention, and he was looking at other girls getting all annoyed with her, and that is when she realized that he no longer wanted to be with her. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm getting the timeline wrong, but she said 6 months ago, I'm assuming it was 6 months prior, they were getting married, they were saying their vows, their I do's, and now all of a sudden, he no longer wants to be with her. I found this video on her page that says, I finally convinced him to go on a cruise with me. They do have children together. And I did see on her page that they were making plenty of videos together. They looked pretty happy. And then I see that video and he's not paying attention to her. He's getting all upset because she's happy and having fun. And then she finds out that he's cheating on her. Now, I tried to find like the story time on her page, but all I'm seeing is her talking about this fake GFM going around. Stay tuned for part 2. So there's this woman going.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is where it made it seem like I was wrong. I didn't tell. I didn't tell no time he did it. Because my cousin's house was different. She had a house. She had my own room. She had nice food. She woke up early. She took me to church. I liked their house. Until when he finally did it, when he finally did it, I let it happen. I didn't say nothing, okay? I'm sorry, but I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing for a long time. He did it for a long time. And then one day when he was doing it, my little cousin walked in. And he said, and he walked out. He pulled up his pants. I hope I ain't saying the wrong stuff. And I told my cousin, I said, since you seen this, we could tell together. They'll believe me. They'll believe me. Because remember, y'all, I have a past. I told y'all, I have a past. I was on a chat line. I was running away. I was giving myself away. I was wilding the fuck out, right? Oh, language. I was wilding out. So he said, yeah, we're going to tell together. So I went to tell. Do y'all know they coerced my little cousin to saying that he better not tell? He better say I was lying. Y'all know to this day my little cousin not right. We grown now, but he not even right. He not even right. And he came to me as an adult and he apologized. But I guess I'm over it. I'm good. I'm over it. It happened. You know? My cousin, they told me I had to forgive. So the lady cousin that I told you about, I invited her to the wedding. She came. She brought me a gift. But when all this started happening, she told me she don't believe me. She said, y'all remember the little flip phones? I had the little flip Nokia. She said, I don't believe you or trust you around my husband or my kids. You a fast little girl. And we tried to let you over here to help you change. And you, my hub. But no, she's not actually with him. She did divorce him years later. She did. She divorced him years later. But it was a whole mess. The family turned their back against me. No, she never apologized. I don't think.
Alright, y'all, let's get into it. It has been days now that this video has been circulating all over my FYP, the cruise ship lady, the cruise ship lady. The amount of comments that I have read about this video are absolutely repulsive, inconsiderate, selfish, and disgusting. The amount of women in this comment section that are out here trashing this man. Oh, girl, run. He doesn't love you. The bird, what is it? The bird effect fucking theory. Like, what? Oh, I'm sorry. The man is not allowed to be human? The man is not allowed to have an off day? The man is not allowed to express himself? But these are probably the same ladies that are commenting that are the ones in real life whining about how men aren't men anymore. Oh, my man doesn't talk to me. He doesn't confide in me. I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't let me in. I wonder why that is, Karen. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't have perfect days. I have good moments throughout my days, but I am not perfect every day. Do I wake up every day and feel in the mood to put up with my old man's shenanigans? Fuck no! He doesn't mind either. And sometimes I can be a lot. Trust. Do I feel 100% every day? Absolutely not. Who's to say that they did not have an altercation prior to this video? Clearly you can tell the woman's intoxicated. Maybe he finds that unattractive about his wife. Maybe that is something that she's working on, that he has boundaries about. We don't know, okay? All we know is a 10-second video of her victimizing herself very comfortably, may I add, and then shaming her husband in front of the whole fucking world. No, shame on you, mama, because you should not be doing that. No, 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 no. I'm irritated. I'm irritated. I'm unapologetic. I am calling out women today. We need to do better. We must do better. Stop victimizing yourself. Don't ever humiliate your spouse, especially publicly for the whole world to see. If there are issues, that gets taken care of between 3 people. You, your partner, and God. You want to do right in this world? Read the Bible. Study the Word of our Father. Walk your closest with Christ. Give all the glory to God. Do better, ladies. We are so much better than this. God bless.
Do not scroll if you're on your period, because this one will have you sobbing. Meet Kiki, the cruise ship lady who's taking over TikTok right now. A few weeks ago, she went viral for posting videos from her cruise with her husband, selling her books, dancing, smiling, just living her best life. Everyone thought she was thriving. Then out of nowhere, she drops a bombshell. Going through a divorce after 7 months, the internet collectively lost it. Kiki then posted a clip from that same cruise saying, "The day I realized my husband doesn't want me, I kept trying to get his attention. He looked at other girls like he was embarrassed of me. Stop it, I'm crying already." Then she adds, "You have to let him go. I thought he was my forever." And if that wasn't emotional enough, her friend posted Kiki's wedding video, her walking down the aisle, showing her ring with the caption, "Crazy how life changes so fast." That video has over 41 million views in just 2 days. Kiki's comeback is pure main character energy. She's now reposting her cruise videos, but this time she's blurring out her husband and captioning them, "Not wasting good content." The internet ate it up. People are calling her the divorce era queen, saying she turned heartbreak into a rebrand.
I thought this woman died. That's how I ended up in the middle of the cruise ship lady drama. But not only is she alive, she was on a cruise with her husband when she found out that her husband was having an affair. We're not talking about with a stranger. We're talking about with someone who was at their wedding. Not only is this woman gorgeous, she is an entire vibe. Things were already off with this man before she even found out that he was cheating. Their entire marriage. Every video she posts of her loving on him, he looks absolutely annoyed. Keep in mind, she has been bringing all of the good vibes into this relationship from day one. Just for this man to cheat on her, not just once, not just twice, he was fooling around their entire marriage. He was the one who sought out and initiated the whole thing. And it gets even worse, because not only does she find out it's a friend, it's been happening her entire relationship with this man. She comes with the receipts calling this woman out. Now that she's going back and looking at their entire relationship and she's realizing how much her husband seems to apparently hate her, she calls it quits with this man. She decided to leave the man who's been cheating on her. But when she goes to get her stuff from their house, he then hits her. That's right. The cruise ship lady, who we are watching her entire life unravel right in front of us, is not only married to a cheater, but an abuser. This is happening to her after she had went on a 2-year hiatus from men. She was celibate. She didn't see any men for 2 years. She was like, God, if you're going to give me someone, give me the right one. She met the man that she thought was the man of her dreams, and turned out he's way more of a nightmare. So now she is so done with this man that she is spilling all of the tea, including the conversation of her husband with her friends where they're using disappearing messages. She is now going on podcasts. Even though this man tried to do everything he could to suck the life out of cruise ship lady, she is refusing to let him take her voice. If you haven't checked into the cruise ship lady drama yet, now is the time, because we are about to witness what a strong woman does after she's been wronged.
At this point, I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen the clips. You've seen the clips of Kiki in her wedding dress in the living room dancing to her wedding song. Yeah, it's not just any random song. That was her wedding song. You understand? Absolutely, positively distraught, heartbroken with a bottle of Douce, trying to numb the pain. And when I tell you that is a pain that I wouldn't even wish on my worst enemy, I would not wish that on nobody. Because how dare you come and find me at a time when I was perfectly okay with not dating anymore because I was tired of getting hurt. I went 2 years and I was perfectly okay with being a devoted mother and taking care of my children and just making sure that I'm good. How dare you come into the peace that I worked so hard to cultivate? Tell me all of this shit. Hear my hurt. Hear why I'm in this place that you meet me at. Only for you to go and cheat on me with my best friend? For you to go and cheat on me with my best friend? And then when I spaz out because I cannot believe that this man that I love so deeply and my best friend would ever do something like this behind my back, you use that reaction to call CPS and get my kids taken away? I'm surprised that all she was doing was dancing to her wedding song in the living room with a bottle of Douce. I'm surprised that's all she was doing, because that's the exact type of motive that would have landed my ass on the show Snapped. And then after everything that you did, I'm over here crying now, not just heartbroken. I lost my kids. I'm literally at a place where I feel like I have nothing, like you left me with nothing. And you still kicking me when I'm down. Still telling her it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Literally sitting back like, see? Like using this opportunity, basically, to help validate whatever lies that you've been spreading to people about me. Because you got me at a good time. You literally knew exactly what to do. I'm in a position where I literally feel like I'm losing nothing. And here you are kicking me while I'm down, talking about it's your fault, it's your fault. She spoke to him that night when she was in her wedding dress, drinking, drunk, trying to numb. And that man told her it was your fault, it's your fault. And you know what she said? She said, it's my fault. She repeated it. And that just let me know how low her self-esteem is. Like her self-esteem right now is very low. Her confidence is so low, and she's a beautiful woman, but he made her feel like that. I hate the fact that he was actually successful right now in breaking her and tearing her apart. He was actually fucking successful. He met her at a time where she was good. She actually was probably the best that she could ever be mentally wise, because she wasn't focusing on no nigga, no relationship. Just her and her kids. Just her and her kids. This man came in out of nowhere and fucked all that shit up. And even though it's not even just like he fucked it up, like even if you didn't want her no more, you didn't have to bring her to this level. You literally, you try to take everything from her. You tried to take everything from her. And I'm not gonna lie, whoever knows who her husband is, how could you fucking be with a man like that? How could you be with somebody like that? How? Then there's people in the comments talking about, oh, I could never. Let's hope that you never have to, because God has a funny way of making you understand exactly what type of pain other people go through. God has a real funny fucking way of making sure that you understand. Let's hope that you never have to. Let's hope that you never have to. People will talk about, oh, love is so strong when it comes to heartbreak, or people dying from heartbreak, or you understand when it's old couples and stuff like that, and finally one dies and then the other one dies from heartbreak. Then y'all understand how fucking strong that emotion love is. Love will make you do some crazy ass shit. Like put on your wedding dress, get a bottle of Douce and cry to your wedding song because you're so fucking heartbroken. And let's just be happy that's all she fucking did. Let's be happy that that's all she fucking did. You understand? I really do not get this fucking generation or the society sometimes, because y'all be quick to give sympathy and empathy to the motherfuckers who don't deserve it, who don't require it, who don't need it. But those who actually do need a little bit of sympathy, a little bit of empathy, those be the ones that y'all want to chastise. Those be the ones that y'all want to persecute. Jesus. And to be honest, it makes it even worse. It makes it even worse to know that you had given up on something because you knew it was bad for you, like being in a relationship. You gave up on it. You decided that you were going to stay by yourself. Something comes in and now makes you renege on that choice that you had set for yourself. It makes you feel even fucking worse because you knew better. That's how you feel. That's how you see it and process it in your mind. I fucking knew better. This is why I never wanted to do it. This is why I stayed by myself. Why didn't I just stick to it? That's all of that shit is going through her mind right now. All of that is going through her mind right now. On top of the fact of finding out that she has been cheated on since her wedding day. Since her wedding day with her best friend. Please, give that woman some grace right now. Give her some fucking grace.
People think I'm being dramatic when I say that you have to be with a man that loves you more. Everybody says you're preaching an inbound relationship. No, I'm not. Because if you guys have seen anything, I just got onto the cruise ship lady TikTok. She had got married 6 months ago, went on a cruise, was celebrating. She showed the video of her husband basically not paying attention to her, and now they're getting a divorce. And if you look at him, he does not look like he has any interest in her. He apparently was looking at other women. Come to find out, he cheated on her with 14 women, one of them being her best friend. And then she had a crash out. Apparently, she went on live and had like a full-on emotional breakdown, which my heart breaks, because imagine you take 2 years to work on yourself, to heal, to like work on yourself. You were not ready to be with someone. This guy comes into your life knowing that he does not want to be with you, and then ruins your life, takes a havoc on your life. The crash out is real. The crash out is real. And so that's why I say you have to be with a man that loves you more. Because when you're with a man who loves you more, people do not want to believe that this exists, but it does exist. When you're with a man who loves you more, he is not going to do anything to jeopardize that relationship. You are going to be the love of his life. The men who are with the women who they love more than she loves him are with the love of their life, the true person. They would not do anything to jeopardize that relationship. They consider this person their best friend, their dream girl. They have been waiting for this woman to come along, and it is evident. When you see these men in these relationships, it is so clear, because the way that he wasn't even paying attention to her, cheated on her with 14 women, including her best friend. The crash out is real. The crash out is real. And I sit here and I talk a lot about this, and people want to say you're being dramatic. No, I'm not. So if you are somebody who wants to date a heterosexual man, you absolutely need to obviously love the man, but that man needs to be borderline obsessed with you in a healthy way. If he's not obsessed with you, it is not going to work. If he's not obsessed with you, it's not going to work. And people can think all they want, but I'm telling you, I look at all of my friends who are in relationships with men who love the crap out of them. It is evident. It is evident. So let this be your lesson. My heart goes out to her. I hope that she can find healing, and that's tough to come back. Your best friend, done.
Kiki. I just seen the video that was going viral with the girl on the cruise finding out that her man was cheating after they just got married. Bitch, what? Like, I never understand that. If you marry somebody to marry somebody because you love them, you care for them, you want to be with them for the rest of your life. Why do you marry somebody to continue to cheat on them? Like, what? Like, you never stop cheating on the person. I feel so bad for her. Like, I'm over here was like digging through her page, bitch. Like, I was just like, oh my God. And her husband really had the audacity in all her videos to just look uninterested the entire time. The entire time. She's so happy. She just always want to have a good time. She's a good vibe. She's a Cancer. I already know what time it is. Like, I don't get it. Because if you were like gonna cheat every single time around her, like, why did you get married? Like, what was the point? And they only were married for like, what, 6 months? Like, bitch, come on now. At that point, you need to be single. Like, just stay single if you can't, like, keep it in your pants. And you can't just, like, focus on one person for the rest of your life. Like, there's no point of having a whole ass wedding. Like, bitch, let's be real.
This life has another layer it carried, because this one will have you sobbing. That is the exact line that is now burned into millions of timelines across TikTok. A simple emotional warning that pulled people into one of the most viral heartbreak stories of 2025. The story of Kinky, the cruise ship lady, whose pain, vulnerability, and heartbreak turned into a global conversation about love, validation, and how we turn our most private pain into public performance. A few weeks ago, she was just another happy creator, posting from her cruise with her husband, dancing, selling her books, smiling like she did figure life out. Her videos were filled with sunlight and laughter, the kind of content people watch and say she's living her best life. But then, in one post, she broke the illusion. The day I realized my husband doesn't want me, she said, I kept trying to get his attention. He looked at other girls like he was embarrassed of me. That one line changed everything. The same cruise videos that once looked like joy now replay like evidence. Every smile looked forced, every dance looked like an attempt to be seen, and the internet, as it always does, turned the story into a spectacle. Kiki's divorce didn't go viral because people love gossip, at least not entirely. It went viral because her story mirrored a quiet fear so many people have, that the person you love might one day stop choosing you, and you will be the only one still trying. Her marriage lasted 7 months, 7 months of what looked like happiness, but according to her, was emotional invisibility. The kind that eats away at you silently until you break. And then the world sees you break down as content. When her friend posted Kiki's wedding video with the caption, "Crazy how life changes so fast," the clip exploded, 41 million views in just 2 days. It wasn't just because it was sad, it was because people saw themselves in her. They saw the girl who gave everything to love, the girl who thought marriage meant safety, and the girl who realized too late that she was performing for someone who had already checked out. What followed was a storm of emotion online. Some people flooded her comments with love, others turned it into memes and edits. TikTok lives, reaction videos, think pieces, everyone has something to say. But what is interesting isn't just the reaction, it's how fast it splits into sides. One half TikTok crowned her the divorce era queen. They say she turned heartbreak into power, that she reclaimed her story by reposting her old cruise clips and blurring out her ex, not wasting good content, she wrote, and that one caption became a symbol of model resiliency. The other half accused her of oversharing, of turning her pen into a brand strategy. She said it's performative and that is attention seeking, that heartbreak should be private. But here's the truth. Social media has blurred the line between healing and marketing. When you build your identity online, even grief becomes content. It's not necessarily manipulation, it's adaptation, because in the age of algorithms, silence doesn't trend. Every viral heartbreak follows a pattern now. It begins with genuine pain, it spreads through empathy, and it then turns it into monetization, not always deliberately, but inevitably. People start buying your books, following your TikTok, watching your YouTube shorts, and engaging with every post because they are emotionally invested. Kinky didn't invest the formula, she just happened to embody it perfectly. A clear narrative arc, love, betrayal, breakdown, rebirth, that is the hero's journey, except this time is the heartbroken woman as hero. And whether we admit it or not, the internet loves watching women rebuild. There is a strange cultural fascination with the comeback after pain, from Taylor Swift rewriting her heartbreak into billion-dollar albums, to creators like Kinky turning emotional loss into empowerment. We reward pain when it's packaged beautifully. It raises the question, is it this healing or is this capitalism wearing the marks of healing? Let's talk about the phrase that now everyone, everywhere, divorce era. It's not new, but Kinky made it mainstream again. Women across TikTok now use it to describe reclaiming independence, self-care, and self-worth after separation. It's an era of defiance, an era of turning rejection into regeneration. But it also highlights something deeper, how women, especially online, are allowed to express pain only when it assists. Kinky crying quietly on camera is palatable sadness. Kinky angry, Messia shouting, that would be unlikable. So even in heartbreak, women are performing the version of pain the internet accepts. When she blew her husband out and captioned, not wasting good content, it was funny, yes, but it was also survival. That is how women online protect their dignity, hormone, and control. She took the narrative back, even if it meant commodifying it. Billions of strangers now feel emotionally attached to Kinky. They defend her like sister. They mourn her relationship like it was their own. This is para-social bonding, when audience project real feelings onto people they don't actually know. But it's not fake empathy. In a world where loneliness is rising, people crave emotional stories that validate their pain. Kinky's story made them feel seen. It's easy to cry for her than for yourself. The irony of viral heartbreak, it becomes community therapy. We scroll, we relate, we comment, and for a moment, someone else's pain becomes a mirror for our own. But here's the problem: the internet moves fast. In a week, another heartbreak story will trend. The audience that once swept for you and forgets you existed, and you will be left to deal with the same pain, this time without the algorithm to attract you. Authenticity sells. That is the mantra of modern social media. And yet, the moment someone is truly authentic, crying, vulnerable, broken, people accuse them of doing it for clowns. Kinky's crying clip was raw. You could feel the exhaustion in her voice, but because she's a creator, people assume she was performing. That is the paradox. When you build your life online, every truth looks like theater. So we have to ask, was Kinky exploiting her pain or expressing it? Was the manipulation or acastasis? The answer is probably both, because humans are complex. We can grieve and monetize at the same time. We can be sincere and strategic in the same breath. That duality is what defines digital storytelling today. Why did millions of people care so deeply about Kinky's marriage? It's not just voyeurism, it's projection. We live in a time when relationships are fragile, divorce is normalized, and love often feels transactional. Kinky's story triggered collective anxiety, the fear of being unwanted, unchosen, or replaced. It also exposed how deeply we crave fairy tales, the cruise, the smiles, the matching outfits. We wanted that story to be real, because if Kinky could have it, maybe we could too. So when it shatters, people grieve not just for her, but for the illusion of safety they saw in her life. That is why the reaction felt so personal. In psychology, grief has 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. On TikTok, it has 5 too: post, go viral, go silent, rebrand, monetize. Kinky moved through them almost seamlessly. She posted her heartbreak and went viral and disappeared briefly and came back stronger, reframed the narrative. That is the new digital grief cycle. And in a strange way, it works. It gives structure to chaos. It turns pain into story, story into meaning, and meaning into monumental. It's not that she planned it, but it's how the algorithm rewards resiliency. There's a quiet discomfort in all of this. We are consuming real heartbreak as entertainment. We cry, we comment, we move on, but it's someone's life, someone's wedding, someone's tears. Kiki gave concept by posting yes, but what does it say about us that we need other people's breakdowns to feel alive? Are we emphasizing, or are we addicted to the domain of strategy? The modern internet thrives on emotional extremes, outrage, silence, a horror and kinky story checked all three. So while we talk about her strength, we also have to admit we helped turn her pain into a spectacle. Let's not forget what made Kinky different. She didn't disappear. She didn't let her heartbreak define her as a victim. She reframed it by blurring out her ex and reclaiming her own videos. She symbolically deleted him from her story. That is not just editing, that is narrative control. That is what makes her powerful, because most people let heartbreak silence them. She turns hers into art, or at least into awareness. And that is why she's trending not just as a Kinky the divorce, but as Kinky the brand, a woman who redefined what it means to start over online. Is a reminder that sometimes the rebrand is the recovery, not because it fixes you, but because it reminds you that you still have a voice. Kinky's story isn't just about divorce, it's about visibility. It's about how women online are expected to be soft, broken, and beautiful all at once. It's about how audience crave authenticity but punish it when it's uncomfortable. It's also about loneliness. Millions of people rallied behind Kinky because they too are quietly unloved, quietly holding on to relationships that don't hold them back. Her story gave language to that silence, and maybe there is what storytelling in 2025 is really about. Not just sharing information, but giving people emotional permission to feel. This won't be the last viral breakup story. Creators are now learning the pen that has performance value, but maybe that is not entirely a bad thing. Because for every person who watches just for drama, there is another who watches and heal a little, who realize they are not crazy for feeling invisible, not broken for loving too much, not foolish for staying too long. Kinky's story may fade from For You pages, but the lesson won't. In digital age, heartbreak doesn't end your story, it rebrands it.
And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovely. See you when I upload the next video.